How's it going, you guys? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why all of y'all should be reading self-help books, okay? So I have a lot of self-help books, and since I'm kind of just recording this off the spur of the moment, I don't have the stack with me, but I do actually have a stack of self-help books. Let's see if I can point the camera over there in that cabinet. If you could see right over there, there's a stack, but that's just a stack that doesn't fit on my bookshelf. Right now I'm reading The Power of Thinking Big. It's over there somewhere, but I'm not going to get it right now. And I love self-help books. So one of the things that kind of catapulted me into a more productive and happy lifestyle, that kind of catapulted me to a life of fulfillment and living a life of inspiration. One thing it's really transformed me is my desire for self-improvement, and for two, just the interest I had in all these books. So I started watching lectures from like Anthony Robbins and listening to things like, well, I listened to like The Secret and Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks for a while, which I wouldn't call that self-improvement. I think that's more of like positive thinking, to at least change your mental attitude, right? To see life in a positive way. But it's not really self-improvement. But Stephen Covey, Napoleon Hill, Neville Goddard, I think is a better version of the law of attraction. Bob Proctor, he's another one of those motherfuckers. But I started really getting into self-improvement. Reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What else? The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Think and Grow Rich. All of these things. And there's many others too, and I think Mark Hyman's books kind of fall into, even though it's more of nutrition, I think Dr. Mark Hyman's books are pretty good for self-improvement. And there's a lot more. But I started reading all these books, right? And I think, these books are essential for anybody who is wanting to, for one, reach fulfillment in their life. For two, be successful in all areas of their life. So the thing about success is like, we all have a very like vague, individual definition for what success means. But what I mean by successful is getting what you want, getting the best out of every aspect of your life, right? So, for example, we all want to earn enough money in a way that allows us to enjoy our lives at the same time, right? And how many people do you know that do that? Are you doing that? Are you working towards that? You see, that's success as far as finances are concerned. Success does not have to mean, have $1 million and have a gigantic business, be the next Bill Gates. Yeah, that's success, but that's not a personalized success. I think everybody probably wants to be financially, be able to make enough money to enjoy their life, and have enough time to enjoy their life at the same time. So that would be like having success in that area. A book like from Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Work Week. Sure, that's kind of a stretch. It's kind of outlandish. 4 hours. All the things he recommends in that book are pretty outlandish. But that's a good example of a book that teaches you how to maximize your work efficiency and be able to make a lot of money in a short amount of time, so that you can have like a side hustle where you're making money and you can enjoy your life at the same time. That's a self-help book that is aimed towards helping you achieve that type of financial success. And so, most people can obviously benefit from reading books on how to maximize productivity while also saving as much time, people who want to have a great social circle, and they want to have great relationships with other people and good friends and stuff like that. Obviously, how to win friends and influence people is a great one for that. And I think for men who want to have a great relationship in the future, they need to read The Way of the Superior Man. Even if you have a relationship, it's a game changer for somebody who wants to have a fulfilling relationship with a woman. I think that's a great basic place to start, although there's many others. Basically, self-help books help you change your limiting beliefs. Self-help books help you understand what is possible. They help you see beyond your fixed idea of who you think you are. They help you see that these successful people in life are not much different from you. The right books, they give you a perspective. They give you their tools that you can use to take your life to the next level. And a big thing is, so many people have fear that's holding them back. They have these limiting beliefs that are holding them back. They don't try to make YouTube videos because they're scared that other people are going to talk down on them. They're scared that they're never going to make it. They think, why would I make YouTube videos? I'm never going to achieve 1,000 subscribers, right? Which is very little. It's just a waste of time. What's the use if no one's going to follow me? Or people think that what they have to say is not valuable. People think that, starting to get into fitness, trying to make a body transformation. They think, that's just not for me. I don't have the time. I'm scared to put effort because I'm scared that I'm just going to fail. What's the use in going to the gym and trying if I know that in the long run I'm not going to be able to sustain it? They're allowing themselves to be defeated before they've even started. And self-help books help to put these facts right in front of our faces, because everybody is trying so hard to avoid personal growth and transformation. Nobody wants to, everyone's scared of something. They're scared of failing. They're scared of wasting their time. They're scared of disappointing themselves. They're scared of giving themselves a situation that proves that they are a failure. They don't want to try to succeed, because if they fail, then it makes them feel like a failure. But the problem is, you're never going to succeed unless you risk failure. And generally the biggest successes come after pulling through the pain of failure. The biggest successes often come after gigantic failures. People stop digging for gold when they're 2 inches away from reaching the pot of gold. And some people never dig at all. And so self-help books are amazing for helping us move past this. Self-help books give us strategies to reach what we want in life. Self-help books give us different ways of changing our thinking. They give us different exercises and tools and practical applications that we can take. Some books, I have some right here actually. Damn, I just have self-help books all over the place, don't I? Here's a great one. Mastery, which my girlfriend actually brought a couple years ago. I read the Kindle version a long time ago. It's great. So Mastery is really, really great to help you discover your calling, to submit to reality, take a realistic approach. It helps you find your way towards success, essentially. And this is a great book for anybody who really wants to make something of themselves, right? It describes some of the most successful peoples in life and how they reach success, and it gives you insight into like the road to success through the experiences of other people. There's some self-help books that tell stories and give biographies on other people to as an example for you to see that's possible. Then there's some that just give you, some very cut and dry instructions. And so I think everybody needs to read self-help books. I think that self-help books are the mental, I think that they're the mindset medicine. They're the medicine for depression, the medicine for hopelessness. They are the antidote for all of these negative, low vibrations and all of these things that keep people stuck. I think that the mindset that people need come from reading self-help books. And obviously, as far as the physical, there's nutrition and herbs and supplementation. A book like The Ultra Mind Solution by Mark Hyman is decent for that. But even better, I would say, well, there's a lot of books. I think ketogenic diets are great for that, which Mark Hyman is more of a balanced approach type of guy, at least in that book. And it gives you some ideas for herbs and supplements. But, for the mindset, because that's very important. People with depression and anxiety, what's the most common thing with these people is that they think, I just have depression and nothing, I've tried everything and nothing's helped. And you ask them, okay, what's your, how many self-help books have you read? Oh, I read a bunch. Oh yeah, can you name some? And then it's like, oh, I gotta go and find those books at my house. I don't remember. Yeah, you didn't read the book if you don't even remember. They're lying. I tried everything except for a ketogenic diet, except for self-help books, except for Holy Basil, except for theanine, except for, endurance, cardiovascular exercise, except for weight training. I did everything except for joining a martial arts class, joining a CrossFit class, joining some kind of club that makes me feel like I belong somewhere. I've done everything except for going outside and getting my sunlight for vitamin D. It's these limiting beliefs that hold people back, and we have all these people that want to sell us something, and they take advantage of people's limiting beliefs. They're like, oh no, if you have depression, don't let other people tell you it's your fault. Ask your doctor about Wellbutrin. Ask your doctor about this antidepressant, so that you can take charge. Because depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain. Our drug can help you with that. Yeah, they want to sell you some shit. That's why all these doctors, they tell you this, is because their curriculum in medical school, it literally is funded. It's created, the root from pharmaceutical companies and their endorsements and their funded studies. It's all based on pharmaceutical drugs, pharmaceutical medicine, medication, medical doctor. There's a reason why they practice medicine and they are medical doctors, and MD stands for medical doctor. It's because they practice medicine. It's the art of diagnosing problems and solving them with treating them, band-aiding them with pharmaceutical drugs, treatments, and surgeries. It's not like, oh, what is the cause of your depression? How about you tell me what's going on in your life? Oh, really? Well, here is a book that helped me. Here is a book that solved my daughter's depression. Most people, they're so brainwashed to think that oh, my life, I'm poor and I'm always going to be poor because I was raised poor. They're influences. They have these influences all their life that, life sucks and that's just the way it's going to be. Well, self-help books are an influence to the contrary. When you hang around people who have been in that poverty and they've built themselves to abundance. They built themselves out of it. That's the influence you want to be around. You want to be around people who read self-help books. You want to read self-help books to influence you to rise above where you're at. You want to be around other people who have done that, who have gone from poverty and sadness and depression into living a fulfilling, successful, happy life. So yeah, it's about changing your mind. It's about building the mind that is required for living a happy life. It's about understanding that your brain is not who you are. Like your thoughts, you're not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. Everything you think you are, that's all self-image. That can be changed. It's your habits. I've been around sad people. I've been around poor people. I've been around this depression all my life. Everyone in my life has always told me that I'm always going to be depressed, that depression is the way life is, or depression is a biological, genetic thing. And so, have you ever stopped to think that because you've been told your entire life that that's the way it is, that that's why you believe it is the way it is? Or is it just reality? No, it's because you've been told that. It's because you've been around people that believe that same thing. And so you go throughout your life believing that life is that way, but the reality is life is however you think it is. And the reason why you see life a certain way is because you've always been told that it is that way. And so essentially, obviously it's not this thing like, oh, I think I am rich and therefore I am rich. It's not that. It's just that the people around you influence your thoughts. The books you read influence your thoughts. Self-help books can influence your thoughts in a positive way. And when you start to think positive, it's easier to feel positive. And when you feel good, you have more access, easier access to feel good thoughts. When you feel angry, in that moment, all you can think about is irrational thoughts. All you can think about is how much you hate things. All you can think about is punching the wall. When you're angry, you think angry. You see? When you're sad, when people are depressed, they're in this haze of depression. And they have this loop of self-defeating thoughts. It's because when you feel that way, naturally, all these thoughts, you think that way. The thoughts and the feelings are in alignment. And so you're tuning in to that radio station of depression when you feel that way. And so you have to recognize this and understand the only reason why I'm thinking depressed thoughts is because I'm in a feeling of depression. And so when you're happy or you're excited, now you're thinking about excitement. And so you can either you could think yourself into a better way. You could read more positive things, positive books. If you just start to read self-help books when you're depressed, for me, those immediately get me out of depression because they tune my mind into a higher frequency, you could say. They tune my mind into a more successful state of consciousness. So they help you transform, they help you transcend. They're amazing. I don't know why people don't read them. It's fucked up. It's like people don't realize that they can transform their life. They don't realize that these tools are available and they work. That these things are significant. Like they're that powerful. No, people don't understand how powerful nutrition is. They don't understand how powerful self-help books are. And it's crazy. So anyway, read self-help books. Leave your questions and comments down below. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Oh, let me know, what are your favorite self-help books? What are your favorite self-help books?